value. So thank you for coming, dude, and I'm really happy to have you. But for those that may not know who you are, well, they definitely know who you are now, but can you introduce yourself real quick to people that might not know?
Anton Daniels. I think that a lot of people think that I got into the game a little bit later than I have, but I've been on YouTube for probably 10, 11 years. And I don't know. I don't look at myself as like a big content creator. I recently crossed 800,000 subscribers on YouTube on my
pretty big,
channel.
I would say, my friend.
That's pretty,
that's pretty big.
It's dope. So,
and that's just one of your channels. You have multiple.
Yeah, I got another channel. It's got 370, something like that, 380 subscribers, and then another one with 80 or something like that. But I just try to add value. I try to talk about popular culture issues and look at it from a different perspective. I think that a lot of people, even though we stand on the red pill and masculinity and stuff like that, I think that you guys approach it from a different perspective. For me, I approach it from a completely different perspective, especially where I'm from. You guys are down here in Miami in the thick of things. I'm from the Midwest. So, I just kind of talk about the popular culture issues, but I think that it more or less comes back down to the money for me. I'm all about money. That's all I care about.
Also, just to have some context here as well, you do it for value and for the people. Because a lot of things you do, I'm like, you could do way bigger things for a certain angle. And it's more like you do it for
that's
love.
true.
And I'm wondering, like, okay, he's a YouTuber that's been in the game for years, but you drop all gems that people don't realize that you drop. A lot of gems for free on your channel. And if you want to see what's up, look at his actual history. Watch your videos.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Good shit, bro.
that.
So, good shit on you, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. I'll definitely do it for the money, though.
Of course. But like, love
You
as
say
well.
you're not explaining people as much as other people could, because a lot of people like buy my course or some other shit
Well,
like
you
that.
know
It's
what
like
it
you give a
is?
lot of game out
You
for
could
free.
do that too, but you don't.
I just believe that if you know your stuff, it's not necessarily anything that I need to hold back, because once you tap in, you're gonna see a lot more value. So I don't hold back. I don't gatekeep, because I think that the value that I bring is more than just the surface level. So once we start digging into it, once you start seeing the value in it, you're gonna want to meet in person. You're going to want to deep dive into it. A lot of times I have to put the medicine inside of the candy, because a lot of people need the entertainment value first.
Of course.
And so I don't kind of limit myself, but at the same time, I just try, if people see more value, then most of the time they sign up for the Patreon. I got like 18,000 Patreon members.
Sheesh.
Nice.
So we do meetups. I try to do them like once a month or once every other month. And so it's dope. It's real cool.
Also, when you give commentary on creators, guys in the industry, I'm friends with some of them, and it's like, I'm like, damn, I know personally he's saying the truth, because they won't say it on camera, but financially they're going through trouble. It looks good on camera,
100%.
but off camera, them niggas are struggling.
I think that most people, like, even if you go online and you look at people's net worth, it's not accurate.
No.
Yeah.
Not even remotely accurate. I know a lot of people that's celebrities and they're struggling. They're absolutely struggling. And most people are not financially literate, even if they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
So
true.
you talk about these NBA players, you talk about these NFL players. Most people don't realize that these guys, most of them is out of the league on average by 5 years. Most people not making Kevin Durant, Steph Curry money. But they spending like they are.
Yeah.
And it's got to last them for the rest of their life.
Yep.
And so what I try to do is I try to reset, level set, and help people to understand that even if you're getting it at the bottom, you still got to have the same type of habits. My budget is the same when I was making 100 grand versus making 3 million.
Whoa.
So it's the exact same.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. I keep a percentage of, I only spend about 10% of the money that I make.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah. And like, and that 10%, like personally, you mean, right? Like not business expense. Obviously that's going to be more, right? If you're spending money on business.
Well, the goal for me, a lot of people try to figure out how to make money. I think that when you get past a certain level, you try to figure out how to get rid of money.
Okay.
Because the goal is now, my only enemy is the IRS.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, from the perspective of lowering your tax.
That's my
you're
only
liable.
enemy.
The tax that you're liable for. Yes, absolutely.
So that's my only enemy. My goal, like even in real estate, right now I got 17 properties. I buy a lot of land. It's an auction coming up in Michigan on August 20th. And so my goal is to figure out how I can get rid of as much money as possible.
Gotcha. That's what I do
That's
as well
my
with
only
real
goal.
estate. So the best ways to kind of like lower your tax liability. Well, I guess we could hit real estate first. So when it comes to like real estate, you mentioned that you have some land. What do you invest mostly in? Are you in residential, commercial,
100%
land?
residential.
Residential? Okay.
100%.
1 to 4 units, right?
Well, okay, so this is my goal. I got 2 goals in real estate. My first goal is to acquire at some point 50 properties.
Okay.
And the 50 properties will allow for me to make at least $100,000 a year if I decide that I never want to do anything again. Just in rent, because right now I got 17 properties averaging $2,300 a month. Brings in about $39,000 a month.
Gross or after expenses?
I don't have no mortgages.
Oh, you bought them all cash?
I have zero mortgages.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Zero mortgages.
Okay, so that's a clean 40 without even, okay.
Well, you got to minus out insurance, property taxes, and maintenance, but all of the properties that I'm doing right now is all brand new.
Okay.
So I don't really have any maintenance.
Oh, did you buy them while they were being developed, or did you buy them after they were developed?
Well, the initial getting into it, they were bought during a little bit after 2008.
Oh, damn. So you've been in this for a minute. Like
100%.
Yeah, so you bought it right during the crash.
A little bit after. Probably closer to 2010 is when I really started getting started.
The good and bad.
But you were still able to get them at probably a 30-40% off, right?
100. Well, I try not to look at the property values, but it was way more than that, because in the Midwest we were hit the hardest. So here's the thing. What people don't understand is I went broke in 2008. A little bit before 2008. By the time 2008 hit, I was already in the midst of it.
How'd you get to, if you don't mind us asking, like, for the audience that might not know, like, your background, how'd you get to that point where you got, obviously the economy was terrible in 08, I know, with the real estate market crash, but how'd you get to that point? Okay,
so I used to work in a plant. So in Detroit, our goal coming out of high school, I graduated in 2000, born in 1982, so I'm 43 years old. So I graduated high school in 2000. Our goal in Detroit was to just get in the plant. That way we can get A-plan papers, a discount on a Cadillac or a Lincoln, depending on which one you work for. You can get a job right out of high school, or you get a job in a steel mill, right? Because Detroit, at that time, it was the #1 auto manufacturer.
Yeah, Motor City.
100%. So my brother got me in the plant. I was working about 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. But it was different back then because you didn't actually have to work. So what we would do in the plant is I would cover him, he would cover me. And while he was sleeping or while he was gone, we was getting paid doubles because we didn't have to clock in back then. You just got paid based off of whatever the supervisor put in for you. So I was 19, 20 years old making $100,000 a year.
Whoa, wow. In the year 2000?
But no, like 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Wait, but Anton, what about your inheritance?
I'm gonna cover that. So I was making $120,000 a year.
That's wild.
My brother got me in the plant.
And to give people kind of, because they might hear 100,000, but 100,000 in 2001, bro. That's like 150, 160K today.
Balling.
I spent it all.
Yeah, that's like 150, 160 today.
The only thing that saved me was one of my OGs in the plant. He would say, Anton, put up at least 25, 30% of everything you gross.
Okay.
So even when I went broke, I never touched that money.
Okay.
So I just was stacking, but I spent every dime.
What'd you spend it on? Cars?
Oh,
lifestyle?
man, flights, cars, clothes. I bought a Trailblazer SS. I had a Grand National 86. My first car was a Buick Regal, 86 Buick Regal, and then I bought a Grand National when I really got money.
120 at 20 years old in Detroit, because Detroit's kind of cheap compared to other cities.
Oh, it's really
in general.
Cheap.
So like, you must have really been blowing through money, bro, to get to
BMF.
Every dime, every dime. I had 3 cars, right off the bat, but I mean, you didn't really get a chance to enjoy it as much because I spent the majority of my time in the plant. You know what I'm saying? I was working a midnight shift, and you know, it was just a thing. But I got fired before the recession.
Okay, so you get the job 2000.
I was working there like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And I got fired.
In 05?
For what?
I got fired for like 06 time card fraud.
Nigga time. Let's go.
I got fired. Yep, I got fired. So before we even knew the recession was coming, I had the worst timing in the world.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went on because you know I had a lot of money, so I'm going out of town and I'm whatever, but I didn't have any more time to call off from. So I had a friend, doctor's note, fake doctor's note.
Gotcha, yeah.
They was after me. They called in on the doctor's note, find out that it was fake.
Oh.
Brought me in, fired me.
Oh.
That was it.
Shit.
How'd they know that it was?
They must have been doing some real investigating.
They didn't know. They just checked out everything that I did because I was.
They saw the lifestyle. Was it that? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the Trailblazer SS, everything.
Oh yeah,
Pulling out with the whips.
I bought a Bentley.
Oh.
I had a Bentley. Yes, I had a Bentley. I got some pictures. I'll show it.
Wait, you know,
I'm sure your boss is driving what, a Honda?
Yeah,
A
bro.
Toyota?
Yeah, and a Bentley back